So I got the countdown. So I'm thinking we good now. But hopefully y'all can hear me.
Keep
But
talking. Stop sidetrack. No, there it goes. Man, call in on your phone. Call in.
Oh,
On line
Bro,
one, we have light skin because his internet ain't jack out there in Nebraska.
Hey, we have a light skin technical issue.
Welcome to Nebraska.
probably we probably out here on like 1G connections and shit. Like ain't no y'all really not hear me right now?
We can hear you now, but every time you start saying something,
Yeah, we
like,
can hear you now.
Yeah. That AOL ain't working out there, boy.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk shit about this men's team with this basketball team.
Never fail. He can't even get mad because it'll like.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you what I'm about to do.
Hey, you know what?
I told you to call in. You might well get on your phone.
I'm a hotspot about it on the phone. Y'all go ahead. And I'm gonna
why you hotspotting? Why you
AC,
hotspotting?
go ahead and
man?
say what you gotta say.
What is
Man. Hey man, look here. All I'm gonna say is, man, I said the other day. Hey, people out here upset about the Team USA getting skin up back to back or whatever.
Damn, he said skin up. How old are you?
Skin up, cuz 45. I want you to understand the intensity of how bad they got their ass with the skin up. But I mean, folks upset about being skin up. But I'm like, you can't be surprised. You can't be surprised that they got skin up because, look, if you've been paying attention to the NBA for the last decade or so, as you got more and more influence, I'm rounding off a lot of folks. We can go 15. We can do 15 years or so.
We can do
easily.
We can do 20.
We could no.
You could do. No, you can't do 20.
We could
18?
probably go to. We could probably go to 18.
They go to 18. So for the last 18 years, and you've been getting a steady influx of foreign players coming into the league from these other countries or whatever the case might be.
That no fundamentals.
Look, them boys been over there, learning the game and playing big time shit. Meanwhile, our boys been over here, man, AAU ball champions and one mixtape type of ass skills. You're doing one and done.
Well, I wouldn't say and one being able to. Those are some pretty good ball players.
I'm not dissing
and one
players.
Those are some pretty good ball players.
But you know what I mean.
Main event is the fucking truth. I don't care what none of y'all say. Main event was the truth. That dude would ball with any of you.
Hey, I'm not, because look, the and1 boys had some boys that should have been in the league. I'm not knocking the and1 as a concept. What I'm saying is these
just saying
our
like
boys,
where they trying to put on a show, because that's what the and1.
yeah, you trying to put on the show.
Yeah.
You're not learning the game. The coaches on the lower levels are not teaching these boys how to play. They're not learning the fundamentals. American basketball got comfortable.
Yeah,
meanwhile, all these foreign countries start putting in the work. These players over in the other places start putting in the work. And now it's starting to show. We've been dominating Olympic basketball forever.
You know what? We can actually go back. We can go back 20, 30 years with basketball.
If we just talking about Olympics? I mean, if we talk...
Let's think about this, though. Why did we have to make a dream team?
Because we didn't have pro players playing back then.
No,
we didn't need them. Our college players back then were hoopers. They were doing their thing. They were shit.
College boys were not on the same level as the boys overseas because them boys play literally. That is their life. Is them out there.
Yeah, you had what you call amateurs against their pros.
Right.
But our amateurs over here, they weren't not like taking a squad. They was taking all pros, all college. They was taking the good ones. Were they winning every game? Nah, but it was competitive. Yep. They weren't losing by like 15, 20 points. They might have lost on the last second shot, but they were still winning. But it's just the USA got, you know what? We need to be better than everybody.
Exactly.
At all times. So let's take our best NBA players, which is what they did with the Dream Team.
It was the Dream Team.
And them motherfuckers was dropping 50-point victories on everybody. And you know what that did?
Oh, yeah,
that made America sit back like, yeah, we the best. But guess what?
Well, even before
eventually that talent
One and done to me is what screwed up that.
Even if you did, because if you go back to 1984, they had the Olympic team was Patrick Ewing, Michael Jordan, Chris Mullin, Sam Perkins.
Oh no,
they had a good team.
They had squads.
I don't know. I just remember what he told me. The reason that we did that was because their players were playing at a different level than our college players played at.
But that's what it was. They were taking their pro players and putting them against our amateurs because our professionals didn't want to do it.
Exactly.
But then it got to the point where the NBA struck a deal and the players had to do it. And then what happens with them back-to-back Olympic Dream Team? We got comfortable again, and then the NCAA starts setting in and said, you know what? Instead of y'all just going one through, jumping straight from high school, we'll give you do a year in college if you want to instead of doing 3. And that killed all the fundamentals that we had.
Well,
as much as I hate Krzyzewski, that motherfucker could teach some ball to some kids.
Damn, so could.
He could.
Yeah.
Kansas, North Carolina, Indiana, back in the day, if you wanted to learn basketball, that's where you went. And you might not have been an NBA level, but your fundamentals, you could match up with damn near anybody. It's just then your skills had to take over. Everybody had fundamentals. Now, you can't say that about everybody. You can't say he's good fundamental player. No, you can only talk about his skills. You can't say
athletic ability.
You can't say shit about, can he play both ends of the court? You don't hear that shit. You hear him, he either a good scorer or a good defender.
Well, the rise of Calipari.
In 1980, we didn't place. Just for reference, in 1980, we didn't place. So Vanessa Dad might be right because.
Well, that's the thing, though. No,
you got to think about it. Even if you don't, right,
let Chris talk why his shit worked.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like,
he get mad. He's like,
"You was good.
You was good, Chris. We heard you.
You was good.
You keep taking them tangents. You better go and spit it all out."
I agree. That's why we went to what we're doing now. But the whole fundamentals thing, man, this goes back to the conversation we had about AU basketball. All of the kids, they just out there relying on athletic ability and being big and stronger than all the other kids. And when you go to college, some of that catches up with you. You ain't gonna always be the biggest, fastest, strongest dude out there. And then a lot of times these guys who are pretty good, they come out after being in college for 1 year, but they still aren't fundamentally sound. They're still very raw. How often do you hear in the draft, he's a raw talent? He's a raw talent.
Say it all the time.
Top 15.
So I got a question. So I got a question. Do you think? Do y'all think? Do y'all think Giannis is
Giannis? Just say Giannis.
With a Y.
Giannis.
There you go.
Yes.
Do you think he has skill or is he raw talent?
He's raw talent.
Here's my thing about Giannis, right? Everybody ain't built like Giannis. There's one Giannis, right? There's one dude that's 7 foot, can run like a deer. No,
didn't he play in Greece?
Yeah, he did play in Greece.
Yeah,
he did.
I don't think he played professional though.
Yeah, no, it's like the Greece pro leagues, right? That's what he played in, right? But my thing is, how many dudes in the league are like Giannis, right? How many dudes are there?
None.
I mean, granted, Giannis doesn't have a ton of what I would call like real skill.
He don't have a jumper. He damn sure don't have a jumper.
He don't got a jumper. He got a player. He probably has a mediocre handle. Big, right?
Hey man, call me. I'm gonna put you up to my microphone like that, and I'm gonna let you talk.
But I mean, eventually, think about off of what Chris was saying. When you talking, go ahead.
Well, but the thing is though, right? When Giannis starts to slow down a little bit, right? When he's, when he's 30 years old, right? Is he gonna still be able to do what he's doing now? Because
hell no.
He's about to slow down.
That's in 4 years.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Is he
not unless he develop his game.
But that was the same thing with Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin was the same dude when he came in the league. He dunking, he overpowering people, he throwing the ball through the hoop that they call dunks. But once you know he wasn't able to do that shit no more. Like you better develop a shot or something. He developed a little jumper and some little old
He
hooks
didn't
and
even
shit.
he didn't even develop a jumper.
Well, yeah, no, he didn't. But I was trying
Because
to give him credit for something.
he went from
That's a
like
jumping layup.
18 points a game to like 5 points a game.
Yeah.
In a day. He did a Darren Williams. He just decided he didn't want to play anymore.
I always thought that they just made a big hype out of him because of his sense of humor. I was never really overly impressed with him.
I mean, he was for sure. I mean, he could jump. He jumping over kills and shit in the.
First of all, that's not jumping over a kill. Goddamn it, that motherfucker jump to the lowest part of the hood.
Hey,
that's not jumping over
you. But that's the thing. That's right. But you making my point though, Tony. You making my point though, Tony. It's the same thing, and y'all know I be going on tangents, but it's the same shit with college football. It's all this hype. They generate all this hype around these people like Blake and like Giannis.
Trey Lance.
But then, and then exactly. But then when you start paying attention, like, hold on, man, there's some holes in this game right here. Giannis right now, he overpowering all these people. And like, oh, Giannis. Like you saying, 4 more years, he don't be doing that same shit. If he don't develop no skill set, he gonna be a has-been, just like your boy.
Already developing knee problems.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's why, what's your boy? Dwight Howard. Remember, they loved Dwight Howard. And then what happened? Like his back got to hurt this shit. Next thing you know, he putting up 10 and 5.
He kept coming down. He kept coming home to fucking Midtown. That's what it was. I said it.
But that's a different story. So do you think so is LeBron raw talent or is he skill?
Who? I missed his name. Who was
LeBron.
LeBron, is he
raw
talent or is he skill?
So LeBron,
what up, Jared?
Hey, Lisa.
I would say early on, LeBron was raw talent, big, strong, fast. But I will give LeBron some credit. I'm a LeBron hater, but I will give him some credit.
I ain't even getting that.
He has grown into being a more skillful player, though, right? He has grown into becoming a more skillful player.
Okay,
I'm not saying I am grown into being more skilled. Like, his passing has always been solid, but as he's gotten older, his passing become, a good one of his, main characteristics on the court.
And he need an Oscar. He need an Oscar.
His shooting, he's a good actor. His shooting has even gotten better. I got to give him credit on that. He's become a better shooter. Because, earlier in his career, if LeBron wanted to pull up from 3, you could go ahead and shoot it. Go ahead. You let me off the hook.
Yeah, that's true. You gonna let him pull up from 3 all day.
But now you got to contest it or at least get a hand up because now he'll hit a couple and he's streaking.
But the game is just going to force you to evolve. I mean, look at Kobe. When Kobe first came to the league, if you was a Lakers fan, that son bitch would give you heart attacks in that Trailblazers, that Trailblazer series and that Sacramento series he played with on their run to the championship. You ain't know what the hell Kobe gonna do. Like, why is he shooting that shit? But as he got older, he started developing his shot. You got to because cats figure you out. We all seen Jordan get his ass kicked in them early years against Detroit. Next thing you know, you seen his ass in their weight room. He knew he wasn't dunking no more and flying through the lane. He started wearing your ass out from the perimeter in other places. You have to evolve or you disappear out of the league. That's just the way the game goes. Which circles all the way back to the Olympics. Team USA, they got colorful. They got your ass kicked. Either you gonna evolve, y'all gonna do better.
So I look. They don't even have a center on their roster, do they?
They got.
Is it Bam on the roster? Do they have a true?
Is it
center?
Bam?
Is it a true?
Yeah, they don't have a true center. They have somebody playing that position. They have somebody playing the center position.
Bam's not a true. He's not a true center. They don't have a real 7-footer out there other than KD, but we know KD ain't playing center. But I'm just saying, like,
KD ain't playing defense.
I don't know, man. Like I said, they got to do better, man. Like you can't got to Nigeria and then lose Australia. It's Australia, right? Like back to back, bro. That's embarrassing, man. I'm embarrassed. Patty Mills out there. Patty Mills out there busting upside their head, bro. That's what I'm saying. Patty Mills.
Patty Mills was playing for Australia.
Yeah.
Oh no! Patty Mills playing for Australia. Yeah,
Patty Mills out there giving them boys their work. Like
Give
you
me-
let
give me
Patty
the
If you look at
Mills
his roster,
and you let this
Hold
arrogant
on.
dude talk shit.
I'm gonna see who on Australia roster. Patty Mills only name only person I know. If you look up the
what's the
Nigerian
question,
roster,
Jared?
Whatever it is, no.
Nobody wants to join TransUnion. I mean, what that shit is? Transamerica.
I thought you was going somewhere else with that one.
Right?
No.
The minute he's like, is he gonna do it? No, he do it. He do it. Okay.
all right, man. So here's some names from the Australian team: Joe Ingles, Matthew Dellavedova. Y'all remember him playing with
Yeah, I
Cleveland?
remember him.
Oh wow, that dude.
I didn't even know he was
Aaron-
Australian.
He's
Aaron
a baller
Baines.
though.
Bruh, this dude ain't in the league no more, bruh.
Dellavedova?
Aaron Baines. No, he's not.
That
in the
don't
league no
mean
more.
shit. Shit happens
I'm just
unless
saying.
in the league ain't in the league.
That's what I'm saying though. Like these dudes, like this team is like. That's the Aaron
bet-
Baines. Those are the names.
I bet they pass the ball more than 4 times each possession.
Hmm.
I guarantee that.
Yeah.
And one of them is at least a bounce pass.
Patty
Yeah.
Mills, I'm
I'm
going-
guaranteeing that.
Who is on the Nigerian team?
Nigerian team. Let me look.
He
I
can't
don't
pronounce
read.
none of them names.
A man named Precious.
Man named Preston for sure.
Preston? You said a man named Preston?
Can you guys tell me when LeBron's field goal?
That's a task for Chris.
I'm
Since
gonna
his
take a
internet
guess.
ain't working.
I'm gonna take a guess and say. 43%.
I'm gonna say
I'm gonna
39.
say guesses. I'm gonna say 20. I'm gonna say 29.
I said 22.
Beyond 3 feet. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
But beyond 3
39.
feet, yeah, I'm gonna say 12. Fuck it.
I'm gonna say 29.
Tell me what LeBron feel. Oh, beyond 3 feet. I thought it
Don't
was.
keep us here in suspense.
I thought it was.
Jared, stop going back and forth in conversations. You going back and forth. First, you want to talk about LeBron. Then you want to talk about.
He said
Chris is the closest. What'd you say? 29.
He
I
said
said
29.
So what? Like 32%?
How you gonna say Chris is close? Give us the stat, man.
He treat us like handling them damn ribs.
38.
Oh, 38.
Oh, I said 43.
I said 39.
No,
You might say
without-
39.
That's over. That's not close. That's over. Y'all never seen The Price is
You
Right?
went over.
God.
I mean,
You know, closest without going over.
ain't nobody saying it was fucking horseshoes. Hell, he's like, I'm
You
like,
can't win like that on The Price is Right either.
You show.
They would have laughed you off the stage.
I don't recognize none of these dudes' names on this Nigerian basketball team.
if
It's
you
okay.
did, we have some
Chris.
other questions. I'm just saying. I'm like, all I know is this dude Preston was talking cash shit. I see you, Jerry.
Precious?
Yeah.
I'm just
Hey,
letting y'all know.
I'm waiting.
CJ didn't hear shit y'all said just now.
That's about
Y'all ain't see that look on his face. He like,
With that
he ain't hear
being
shit y'all
said,
said.
how do you feel about Connor McAnkles? I mean,
Oh
McGregor.
man.
I'm glad that motherfucker lost. I'm glad he got dusted. I'm glad he got
All right,
dusted.
man. All right. So here's the thing, man. I watched the fight, right? I think he had that broke something. He had because I don't think it's his ankle. I think it's like the lowest part of his shin.
It's
that's
his
broke.
shin. Yeah, it's his
So,
shin.
Man, the dude said he knew when he did it. He could tell when it broke.
I think he broke it kicking the dude, or he at least hurt
did.
it and warmed it up. Because when it really broke, all Connor did was he was just stepping back, and it went whoop, and I was like, I was like, oh no, like when he stepped back and that joint just crumbled in.
The internet,
Yeah, the internet crumbling.
it's crumbling like a cake.
Look, man, I can't help.
I thought you switched to your phone. This is just as bad.
Oh, I am on the phone now, so I'm off that off it Air Force Base ends Wi-Fi. But my phone ain't. That's the other thing. The phone service sucks on base too, on AT&T and Verizon.
Maybe you need to go to a bar.
Nah,
Look,
I'm on base, bro. I can't be
Starbucks.
dressed.
Starbucks.
Cause
Look, Macy's
I know y'all-
got Wi-Fi.
I'm gonna need you to
Look,
improvise
man,
adapt and overcome.
I ain't got time for that today. But
See,
anyway, like I say, I,
Alpha's like,
I picked. I thought Poirier was gonna win the fight anyway.
I
Poirier
did
was
too.
winning. Poirier was winning the fight before that
he
happened.
was winning that fight.
Yeah, Conor had some moments though. I'm not gonna front. Conor had some moments where he stung him a couple times, and he was really aggressive with those kicks early on, and he didn't look bad.
But anyway, McGregor needed, dude. Hey, you're done. I'm
He
tired,
was
bitch.
done before.
So
done
do
before.
y'all think McGregor is washed? Do you think his career is over?
I think he
Man,
watched.
over.
I think he was watched 3 fights ago.
He was watched just like Ronda Rousey was. Man, learn when to walk away. You know what I'm saying? You
Nah,
live long enough to
Anderson
become
Silva.
a
You
damn
need a
shoot.
pig leg to walk away.
Anderson
well,
Silva he should have walked away a long time before he took them losses.
That's another one. That's another one.
Yeah.
You
That's
got to
the thing, man,
recognize
like,
you got to recognize your high point.
them injuries like that, bro. Like they don't bounce back. Like look at Anderson. Like you said, when Anderson Silva broke his leg real bad like that, he didn't come back right. He
Shit,
didn't
we
come
got
back right.
concussed. When his ass got concussed
He didn't.
one time, that was it for him. That motherfucker got slept, and he was like, the next time, his very next fight, he got slept again. I like, yep, dude, that's back to back. Just
I think Conor might be done, bro. He swear out he gonna come back and try to fight Dustin Poirier again.
Why?
But if I'm Dustin,
Why?
but if I'm Dustin
Why?
Poirier again, I'm not
so it
wasting
could
my
be
time on you
3-1.
again.
So it could be 3-1.
I think he said I think Poirier said he's not gonna fight him again.
Yeah, Poirier
No
did
need
say that.
to.
He's like, I ain't fighting
He said
him.
it's 2-1. I got him. Is basically what I read.
Well,
Who
it's
the hell
that,
wants
and
your fourth matchup?
well, that's the other thing, man. Poirier got to fight dude to a higher ranking now, so he can get his belt opportunity, right? Why I'm gonna waste my time on some dude that's ranked beneath me, and I done beat you twice? Like
That's like with
another thing.
that's like when Tito Ortiz kept fucking with Ken Shamrock. Why? You dusted this dude. You dusted this dude twice already. Why you fighting him again? Then you dusted him a third time.
We talking about the wrestler Ken Shamrock?
Yeah, he was an MMA fighter. He was good.
He was an MMA fighter first.
I mean, I know that, but I didn't know. I didn't know they fought.
Man, Tito dusted.
I
They
learned
fought like
something new
two
today.
or three
Tito
times.
dusted his ass. He fought
And
him
then
3 times, and Tito dusted all 3
Then he
times.
had that. Then Tito had that thing where he was fighting. Didn't he fight Chuck Liddell a bunch of times too?
He fought Chuck twice and lost both of those. Because that was before Chuck got his title shot. What's his name? Before he got the guy that used to call Mr. America. Because Chuck fought him and took his belt.
Yeah.
What was his name? He was a good one too. That's back when I watched MMA hard too.
Anyway, back to
cocaine guy?
McGregor.
No.
What was his name?
Jared know who I'm talking. I bet Jared know who I'm talking about. Jared, give me his name. Who
You know what I didn't like about
Chuck
what
Liddell
McGregor
beat
did?
for the title? Ran his mouth. Randy Couture. That was him. I told you, Jared got my back.
Oh,
Jared
the
is a
actor.
goddamn. Jared is a goddamn.
Shut up. He wasn't no goddamn.
The actor.
You know what I didn't
Keep him
like?
in. Don't worry about Harold.
I didn't like how classless McGregor was after the fight. I'm all about the trash talk leading up to the fight.
He's always been like that though.
We gotta build the show, build the show. But I didn't like how he. I'm okay with the trash talk, but he started talking about the dude's wife, and I'm like, nah, bro, you crossing the line now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he was saying something about your wife was in my DMs, talking about coming to the fight party and all.
And he was saying this shit after.
Like all the
look, dude, he just busted your ass. He just
Yeah.
busted your ass. Why you talking shit?
Exactly.
You can't talk shit with your foot in the cast, dude.
I'm just saying, if somebody break my leg, the last thing I'm doing, okay. I'm
Talk about your wife.
I ain't got nothing to say about nothing no more. I'm going back to the drawing board.
Man, McGregor a clown. He ain't humble. Honest to God, when he hit that big payday fighting fucking Mayweather.
Floyd.
Yeah, man, carry your ass. Because if you look at it for what it's worth in a timeline since he fought Floyd, his ass got sued.
He was watching.
He done lost. Hasn't he lost like 3 or 4 fights since then?
He done lost every fight since
Every
Mayweather.
fight.
He lost 4.
He won shit.
He lost 4. What the hell?
So he lost to Poirier twice.
Yep.
And who else did he lose to? He lost to somebody. Who else did he lose to? I need to look that up now because I don't even know.
Either way it go, that was your best payday. Why you out here embarrassing yourself? Now you talking shit. You broke your damn leg. People laughing at you. Like, man, go on somewhere and sit down.
Straight losses to the dudes you running your mouth to. 2 straight losses.
Exactly.
I don't care how you look
He
at it. You lost twice.
Yeah, he might as well become a commentator over there on the sideline somewhere. At least he can add
Nah,
color.
don't put him over there. I'd rather listen to Jason Witt. Don't put that fucker.
I'm just saying, as opposed to him being in the damn ring, I want to see his ass. Oh, that hell, look, Jerry told that fool lost to the
bell. He did. Oh man. Well, I guess we all in agreement on that. I think. Yeah, you gotta know when to walk away.
He gonna fight one of them Logan brothers. Watch, he gonna fight one of them Logan brothers.
That's when you know it's look. That's when you know he done pulled the funds and jumped the damn shark when he gonna fight one of them Logan brothers. Man,
Dan, did you really pull out Happy Days?
I pulled out Happy Days, just like that.
I appreciate that. I like that. Good job. I support shenanigans.
Oh man, Sunday, Monday, Happy Days.
But look, speaking of people who should know better, I want to segue into your boy
Harold?
Stephen A. Smith.
Harold not here. Oh, okay. I thought you meant Harold.
Oh yeah, Harold. Oh yeah, I thought we all thought you meant Harold, but
nah, not the.
You can't even say
Touche, gentlemen.
Oh man!
Hey, I just want y'all to know this is the first. It's rare that AC has ever had a loss of words, and this is one of those moments. And I'm proud to be part of that. I'm proud to be part of that moment.
Oh man! But yeah, the Stephen A. Smith, man. You know, everybody should be aware about his profuse apologies to Otani and the damn Asian community.
But he can't apologize to the black community for all the shit he done said.
Yeah.
All these
I'm on the record with the group.
So Kwame Brown said.
I'm on the record with the group already about how I felt about Stephen A. apologized. I wouldn't apologize for shit. He wasn't wrong. I mean, his point, if you listen to his interview when he was doing it, he made a point. He like, how you want this guy to represent the brand of the MLB, and he got to have an interpreter. Like, what you gonna do with this guy? You can't put him on TV.
Okay, let me interject right there.
Argument.
Here we go.
Go ahead.
All right, here we go. So baseball is a global game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's global game. If you look at the current, like the guys who are currently, at the top of Major League Baseball, a lot of those guys don't speak no English.
They come from overseas.
I give you an example. The guy who won the MVP last night, he don't speak no English. He's from the Dominican Republic. I mean, he's technically Canadian, but he grew. I mean, but everybody knows who Vladimir Guerrero is, right?
Yeah.
So his son, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., won the MVP. He don't speak English. So
he don't speak a lick of English.
Which kind of don't make no sense, but that's another story.
Yeah, they don't. And so he had to have an interpreter as well when they presented him his award, right? Again, baseball is a global game. They play baseball all over the world. The MLB is comprised of guys from all over the world. And that Otani guy, if y'all don't follow baseball, this guy's amazing. This guy, this guy's a pitcher, and I think he's a pitcher, a real pitcher. Like he pitches in the rotation.
Yeah. I
think he leads Major League Baseball in home runs.
He was leading. Yeah,
he does.
That's why
he leads them in home runs.
And so I think that comment he made was ignorant as hell. It's ignorant. I mean, because if he said it about, here's the other side of that, right? He didn't say that about Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He didn't say that about none of these other guys who don't speak English, who are in Major League Baseball. And a lot of them guys are coming from like the Dominican Republic, right? That's where a lot of these guys are coming from. But he ain't said about them, right?
But the conversation was about Otani though, so you had to keep it on that subject. He wasn't about talking about Guerrero though.
No.
Well, he's not going. Well, but to Chris's point, he's not going to say it. He's not going to say it about Vladimir Guerrero because he know Guerrero Senior going to pull up his film.
That's what I'm saying. Like he wouldn't
as much as I dislike what Sass does. That's how I refer to Stephen A. Smith as Sass. He know who to talk about, who not to talk about. He know who gonna pull up on him. He can talk about Kwame because he know Kwame ain't gonna pull up. If Kwame see him, know it's a difference. But he know Kwame ain't gonna come looking for him. Vlad, he coming to knock on your door.
Yeah,
he gonna come knock on your door.
Hey, Hey,
It's-
what was that?
he-
What was
he
that you
know-
were saying about my son?
He know who's gonna make that. He know who's gonna make that. He know who just gonna talk to him behind the screen. He that smart.
Here's the thing, bro. At the end of the day, who gives a damn if the dude speak English or not? He out there
He
playing
plays good
baseball.
baseball.
He plays
Yeah,
good baseball.
he plays good
That's
baseball.
what.
But see,
If you're
y'all,
a fan of baseball, that's all you want to see. I don't
but that's
give a
the
damn
point.
what he said.
That ain't the
how
point, though,
he
Chris.
talks.
That ain't the point, Chris. I mean, nobody's taking away from the baseball. Understand my position on this one. Here.
So why can't he be the face of baseball just because he don't speak English?
But
Because
this is what I'm saying.
baseball is not
Business.
just for Americans.
But you
Baseball
gotta
is
make
a
it-
global
But you're
sport.
looking at that wrong. Yeah, we know it's a global sport. But when we talking about the business and the money here in America. Never, that's fine if you go put their ass on the commercial over there in Japan or the Dominican Republic. That works. That's fine.
Bro,
but when
you
you talk about the
also wrong.
business,
The
Think about how big.
the thing
think
with
about how
baseball
big-
is though, the only thing more global than baseball is soccer.
yeah.
Think about how popular Ichiro Suzuki was. He wasn't American. Everybody
Well, you
loved
see
Ichiro Suzuki.
Everybody had an Ichiro jersey.
Where you seen him
Everybody
at,
loved
though?
Ichiro.
He was in
What you
Seattle.
mean?
No, that ain't what I'm saying, man. Y'all keep circling back to everybody love this guy. This guy playing basketball.
I ain't circling nowhere.
Well, not you, but Chris and Aaron, well, most of Chris. All that's well and good. I'm not taking the accolades from the work on the field or on the damn whatever the mound and shit. I'm not taking it away from you. And although Stephen A's comment probably sounded ignorant on the surface, if you look at opinion, if you look at the business of it, it's the same reason Tim Duncan ass wasn't in the commercials until like the end of his career. He was in a Firestone commercial.
When he was in the Sprite commercial, Tim Duncan,
come
he ain't
on, bro.
fronting. Drive the rock and he'll show you something. What is you saying?
Who was rapping and who wasn't?
Missy was rapping. You don't remember that Sprite commercial?
That ain't the point. The point is the dude had no personality. That's why they ain't let him talk. The dude did fucking Firestone commercial. Why the hell is a basketball player up here with rubber tires? Why do we care?
Because he drives.
That's all I'm saying.
He
A
drives.
Porsche he couldn't even get fit in for that.
Hold on. Lisa said he need to speak English. Why he need to speak English? For what? Why? For what?
Yep, here we go.
It's the bigger point, man. It's the bigger point.
I want to know why he need to.
Okay, hold on though.
I can see what Chris is
what
saying.
you're saying, AC, is the bigger point is the business side of it in America. You saying Americans aren't going to flock to baseball because he don't speak English?
Well, see, here's the thing to answer your question, Aaron. That was part of the conversation too. Later on in the aftermath of the comments, they was like, baseball is in a position where they're not really growing like they want. That's why they mad at old the damn commissioner. They're like, you know what, the game is kind of losing its steam. They want to grow the game and get it back up, to a certain level. Just like they said years ago, baseball was literally dying when Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa them was going through their home run shit. That brought people back to the game. That brought excitement. It was selling the game. And now you're in that same position again. You want to juice the game up. So you want people, for business wise, you want people that can be a global face to everybody.
Okay, think about this though. You worried about the face of what's
Me
in here
too,
in America.
Jared.
They got a whole. They got goddamn what this dude is. They got Japan following baseball because this dude is a known fixture in MLB. So you went from it being just Americans wanting to watch baseball. Now you got Japan wanting to watch baseball. Now you got these kids. Now you got everybody in Dominican. Now you got all these Asian, countries. They're like, oh man, we got a guy they're representing. Let's tune into the game. They got just like Vladimir Guerrero. You don't think all these people down in the Dominican Republic and all these other places aren't watching baseball because these dudes are on TV?
Say, bro.
I don't even watch baseball, and I just want to see what this kid can do because I've been seeing his name all over my mentions and everything else, even before.
Hold on, let me jump on Lisa's ass. So we can understand him.
Literally,
we can understand his interpretation. No, I'm just saying. Lisa said he need to speak English so we can understand him.
I don't see it. What kills me though.
English, we don't know what the hell they saying.
Thank you. I was just getting ready to say that when everybody was talking about, and we all was doing it too, was talking about Jameis, that other quarterback. I think he came out of Georgia. It was either Georgia or Auburn. I can't remember his name, but you couldn't understand it. And they were both American, black American men. And if somebody had got on national TV and said that shit, everybody would have been up in arms and would have lost their damn minds.
Because we got purebred white guys down here.
I can't remember. I think he was from Georgia. I gotta go back and look because it was around the time that Jameis was playing.
Jameis didn't know how to talk when he got into the league.
And what did they do with Jameis after that?
I was just about to say that. I mean,
let me swing around. Let me swing around and piggyback off Chris. Chris makes a good point because with this being worldwide, this brings the Asian community. You want to know how many Asian players are represented in baseball right now? Out of the 100% of players, 2.9% are Asian.
Not a lot. Not a lot.
2.9.
Still more than black.
That's not a lot. No. Blacks are at 7.7. Hispanics are at 31.9, and of course, 57.5. But to push him to the front, you're trying to get the Asian culture and their viewers to tune into Major League Baseball because they still have the Asian league that everybody playing. But if baseball money from this, they're going to push this narrative. That's what they're doing.
And that's my point.
You can't take away the skills that he has because he is a very good player.
Stephen A. didn't take away his skills
to pitch and hit. Babe Ruth did that. When he was doing all fucking cigarettes and hot dogs. You talking about today? Who does that? How many players actually are a solid pitcher and led the league in home runs?
He the only one.
I think he's still leading the NL in home runs.
So
right now.
why would you not push him to the forefront? If he's doing that,
you're making my point though. You're making my point for me, Tom.
But that's what I said. I said I see.
I don't think anybody's gonna care what he can say as long as they can see what he's doing.
Yeah, I personally don't like interviews with athletes. I don't think it's necessary. I don't care about nothing you do off the field unless it impacts the team that I root for. All that other stuff I don't care about.
I don't with him speaking, about none of them.
I don't care what he's saying. He could come and talk all that, whatever the Asian, Japanese language, whatever he want to talk. I don't care. I want to see you on the field, helping my team win. That's all I care about. Your private life, who you whatever language you speak in, your culture. I don't care.
I mean,
that's not for me to even care.
I think the comments were ignorant too, and I think Stephen A. just got caught up in wanting to complain about.
Stephen is ignorant anyway, so that's never up to
At the end of the day,
he fucked his stuff though in the conversation.
At the end of the day, bro, when he does need to talk, as long as that damn translator can tell me what the hell he said, and he can tell him what the hell he said, and they can have a conversation, I really don't care. Like I said, do I want Hispanics to speak? I don't give a damn what nobody speak, Lisa. I don't care what nobody speak.
I don't care.
That don't bother me none. No, exactly. See, you can't even speak. You can't even type English. English.
Hey, like I said, anyway,
I don't care what nobody speaks, right? I don't care. That don't bother me none, right?
And that's you as a fan. That's great.
Back in the day,
you know what? If you work in customer service,
yeah, if you work in customer service,
you need to speak English.
That's completely different. That is completely different.
That has nothing to do with playing. That has nothing to do with being an athlete.
Being an athlete,
that's nobody you interact with on a daily.
Being an athlete ain't customer service.
I can't put you in a commercial with an interpreter. That's all I'm saying. It was a business thing.
Guess what they can do?
You can't if I just got to smile and drive a car.
You must ain't never seen 7 Deadly Sins.
They can teach him enough English to put him in a commercial. They can tell him exactly what to say to put him in a commercial.
All they gotta say is okay.
You enabling. You enabling.
Okay.
That's all right. It is what it is.
That's all right. Don't be mad at me because you're wrong. Everybody entitled to be wrong. Anyway, like I was about to say, all you who don't agree with what I'm saying.
All y'all,
anyway,
except for me.
What I was saying.
I agree with everybody.
At the end of the day, think about this. Do I want him to speak English? Everybody in this picture right here, guess what? Our ancestors back in the day, you think they spoke English? Hell
mine
no.
did. I don't know because we don't.
I had 2 seconds.
I don't know
That ain't
because
the
I
hill
don't
you
know
want to
my
die
history.
on right there, bro.
I don't know my history.
Yeah,
We
me
were
either.
stolen.
I don't know. So I can't argue
We were
with
Your
that
ass,
one,
stolen,
brother.
so I don't
So
know.
you
I
on
know
your own with that one.
tan. Your ass is everybody on this damn thing is tan. So y'all could probably you did not your forefathers did not speak no damn English. I can tell you that.
Mine spoke French, so I mean, it is what it is. You know,
Mine spoke
but I mean,
sarcasm and profanity.
Shaka
So that's
Zulu
all I
spoke
know.
Hey,
English.
listen, this ain't my
No, he
Wi-Fi. This
didn't.
is
No, the
ragged ass
fuck he
hotel
didn't.
Wi-Fi.
No,
Hey man,
anyway,
no, he didn't.
let's go to another
Shaka didn't
topic.
speak some English.
Shaka spoke English in that movie.
yeah, he did.
He also busted a lot of
He-
ass in the movie too, and them cussed ass feet.
Hey, what's the next topic, man?
What has
I,
your
I,
religion done for me?
It's on you, Chris. What's the next topic, bro?
I
What
don't
is the
know the
next
topic.
topic?
I told you, man.
Oh man!
I've been MIA
So the
all week.
Navy didn't want to commission a guard officer because he wanted to go play for the Tampa Bay Bucks.
But they changed it though. Remember what
Yeah,
they
they
No,
did
did
change
they
that.
they said he can play, but they didn't want to. They're not going to commission him.
what?
They're not going to
Oh, I
give
didn't
him
read
his
that part.
officer status.
I didn't
No,
see that part.
I thought they weren't to defer his contract, so he couldn't play. That's what I thought. They said no, he got to serve and then he can play.
No,
That's
originally
what I
that's
thought.
what they said. Originally they said
Right?
you can't go to training camp. They said you couldn't go to training camp. But the part that
Because you signed a
then
contract.
but then I saw that I guess they got like Pentagon involved. Pentagon and them said, nah, let him play. But I didn't know the part about what Aaron just said. I
It
didn't know they
says
said
here, and this is 8 days ago. It says here that the new defense secretary granted him permission. They granted the delay to his military commission, allowing him to pursue his NFL dreams. That was 8 days ago.
so
Yeah,
okay.
they're not fucking with his commission.
Nah,
They can't fuck with his commission. They can't fuck with his commission. I mean, he ain't gonna
They
make
have
the
to
Bucks,
kick
so
him
he
out.
ain't got to worry about that. Yeah, they have to
So-
kick him
so
out. He's still getting his
basically-
rank.
Well,
He
no.
didn't
So
do-
what's gonna
yeah.
happen is he gonna go to training camp. If he don't make the team, he gonna be
He
right
going
back in there for it. That's what's gonna happen.
Navy.
Or the Navy. Sorry. But anyway, that's what's gonna happen. I'm happy for the kid, man.
Yeah,
If he earned that opportunity, and we both know that if he somehow
but that's the
makes a
thing.
roster,
This ain't the first one to do it. They all know if you go to one of them military schools, you got the you signed the
David
contract.
Robinson.
I mean,
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they've been
Robinson.
getting some of the academies have been getting ridiculous within the
Oh, I
last
know.
couple of drafts. That they're like normally it was kind of like an automatic thing, but now I think this past draft and maybe 2 prior ones, there was like a big controversy on whether or not they were going to be released. They were going to be allowed to play and do the delayed commission thing.
See, fuck that. You knew what you signed up for. Shit.
I mean, if you were off and
Nah,
everything
no.
anyway, so I guess
No.
if you hurt
Oh.
your ankle,
No,
you
wait
can't
a
play
minute.
no more.
Them boot officers do got to do some shit because they don't have it easy. They get picked on by everybody. Them
So,
boot officers
I'm
get
gonna
picked
tell
on
you,
by
Starbucks
everybody.
went to damn Vietnam, didn't he?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get it, right? So I think that you like kind of what Aaron said.
That's
They
the point,
knew
Jared.
they knew what they signed up for. However, if the opportunity arises for this guy to do something to that's going to benefit him more than him being in the military, right? I don't see why the military should say, "Nah, you ain't gonna go and do that because you said you're gonna give us 4 years." Now, don't get me wrong. When he go to training camp, if he don't make the team, he ain't on the active roster. Then that's what they should be like. All right, you got to come give us these 4 years, baby. I get it.
Man.
They
But my
still
opinion
don't get that
is-
time
So
out
do
of it. They getting that.
so
They
do
don't
they
get
give
the
it
time
to
one
time
way or
out.
the other.
So do they
I
give it to him?
don't understand y'all, man. I don't understand.
So do they give it to
I
him?
like
Because
this
I want to
enabling.
know. Are they going? So do they give him his time? Will they say he's reserve, or will they make him be
He could.
active duty?
He'll end up more than likely. He'll end up being a reservist.
A reservist. But that I think that would only happen in the event he doesn't make a roster. Because if he doesn't make a roster, he's cut. I feel like that's when they're gonna be like, all right, let's get it.
Yeah, and he's not going to have the opportunity to go to multiple teams. It's going to be make the Bucks. If you
or
don't,
not.
come do your time.
U.S. Navy it is. And again, Eric, here's the
The
thing.
only
Though,
option he has. See,
you talk so. I mean, I'm active duty still. I know Vanessa was in the military. Tony's in the military. Aaron, was you in the military?
No, not
So you
not long
nobody-
enough
No.
to be.
no, but what I'm saying is, Aaron don't understand.
did you graduate?
I
They're using the military.
Okay, I can give a
Nah.
perfect example to what most of y'all are saying. Villanueva, who plays for the Steelers,
No,
when he came out, he went undrafted. He had a tryout with the Bengals, and then he didn't make it. And he did his 4 years in the Army. He did 3 tours in Afghanistan. And then when he finished up, he came back to a regional combine in 2014, and he signed with the Eagles. So if he doesn't make it, he always has, once he does his 4, he always has the option to attempt to try it again.
Yeah, but he has to.
I thought David Robinson had to
he
serve
has to
2
get
years.
out.
Yeah, he did.
first.
Yeah, like I say, man, I don't know what Chris was about to say, but like I say, this is my own personal opinion on this thing right here. What I'm about to say, because I don't understand. I don't understand some of y'all position on this. Most of Chris, I hear what you're saying. I understood what you're saying, but I'm like, my whole thing is, man, at what point does the fucking commitment that you made? When do people got to stick to that shit? You know what I'm saying? It's like if I sign up for this fucking shit, you don't get to cry about some shit when something change. I understand this opportunity.
I think the reason, Adrian, is because they're citing precedent. I mean, this goes back a long, long ways of people being able to play and have a way to do their time, and now they're trying.
He could
I mean, either if you're gonna roll it back in full, or stop playing with these kids.
And that's
but he could play for the Bucks and still be in the reserve. Well, unless
I know that. I'm just saying that. I think what I think the issue is for some people, and even for me, you already know that there's a precedent of them allowing these academy kids who are standouts and get picked up or try out or whatever and get on these teams for whatever amount of time it is to do it, and then they get within the last 4 or 5 years they've been dicking around with him, and I'm like, either rescind the entire damn thing and let these kids know who's playing for this team that there ain't gonna be no NFL. You're gonna do your time and then you go worry about the NFL. Or just do it like they've been doing it.
Well, nobody cares about Chad.
But the thing
not even Cowboy
is
fans
that
care about Chad.
That is fun. Go ahead.
What it used to be, what it used to be is that when you went to a military academy, your only goal, you might have played sports, but you were there to go to the military.
All right.
Back then, they weren't good enough to make NFL rosters. I remember that when Navy put that team out on the field, they was getting walked. They was losing every game because the kids were not good. They were taking people, they was taking freshmen, throwing them in, hey, you're playing football now. Those times have changed to now you're having actually some say great, but some solid athletes coming through that have the potential to make a team. Now, I'm not saying that after the draft is over, you try to walk on to a team. No. But if you get drafted by a squad, you should have that opportunity to make that squad. If you don't make it, ship your ass out. If you do make it, defer your contract. Even if he plays, work something out. If you drop to the reserve, shit, you can do reserve time in 6 months. He'll just have to come in. You don't have to come during football season. Just come in on the weekend and be done. That's all you have to do. It ain't hard. 2 weeks out the summer.
Yep.
In fact, they can drop him to active reserves. He'll keep his active duty status, and then he'll just have to work something out with his OIC or the base command, whoever you want to talk to. It ain't hard to work it out.
It depends on what the season's like too. He could, if he's doing active duty, he could just serve it in 6 month increments.
Right.
Like you said,
active reserve. Yeah, active reserve pops off. That's all he has to do.
Again,
that's real easy to do. Instead of doing 4 years, now you're doing 8.
I don't know if you're familiar with this or not, Aaron, but like in the military, right? If you
work it out.
Let's say if you come into like a big sum of money, right? Let's say I won the lottery, right? And let's say I won $100 million.
More than they can pay you in your lifetime.
I'm
$100 million, right?
Lisa, that's what I did.
The military will allow you. They'll let you go because now you have a conflict of interest. I'm asking if I don't know if AC knew that.
We had when I transferred up to Dobbins after my mom had her health scare. My sergeant, who I checked in with, his parents hit the lottery, and he was gone next month. That motherfucker rolled in a brand new Corvette, and he was like, "Coming back," and they let him out. I was like, all right, well, I guess that's what you're doing. I just knew he
Bro,
came into some money.
it looked
But-
like AC standing alone on this one, bro. I think we all.
Well, I
think
mean-
No, I
get
can
a
see.
chance.
I can see what AC's saying. I can
I
see
mean,
what
I
AC's
see what
saying.
AC is saying.
I'm saying that the Department of Defense needs to make a decision. Either y'all are going to let these kids play in delay, or roll it back altogether and say you got to wait until you do your initial 4.
Well, let me circle back to myself on that one. I mean, I hear what you said, Vanessa, which I agree with her point. I agree with Vanessa's
he
point.
Active reserve is the answer.
And
That's
all
the
I'm
easiest thing
saying,
to do.
all I'm saying, CJ, is at the end of the day, all you hearing is people bitching about rules when it's convenient for them in a lot of cases. I'm not knocking this cat who want to go play ball. Like Vanessa said, it's a precedent. When we go back to last week's show or whatever, we talking about Shakari Richardson and shit. It's like you knew what the fuck you signed up for. Quit trying to skirt that shit. You knew what you wasn't supposed to do. What you supposed
That's
to
a
do.
little bit different. That is not
Nah.
the same.
I don't
No,
think
it's
he was
different
trying to.
because
I don't
this
think he was
is-
trying
it's
to
one.
get out of. I don't think he's trying to get out of.
He's not trying to get out.
I'm not saying he is.
He's not
I'm
trying to get out of
just saying-
service.
I'm speaking
That's
to
a
the
bad
larger
analogy.
picture.
That's a bad
No,
analogy.
it wasn't a bad analogy because it's talking about people bitching about that. I ain't necessarily saying this guy right now. What I'm saying is a pattern of people wanting to renege and bitch about shit after you know what you signed up for. You don't get to sit there and complain about stuff. If you signed up for it, do what the fuck you said you gonna do. You don't get to cry and bitch and shit and try to embarrass yourself or others until you weasel your way out of the situation. That's all I'm getting.
So my question
That's
is,
the.
if he
I
does,
understand
if he
what you're
does,
saying, but
act,
he ain't
if
weasel
he
his way
does
out.
active,
He just got an opportunity.
if he does active reserve, what happens if his unit gets deployed?
He's got to go.
They'll drop.
If he's delayed.
No,
if he's
they'll
delayed,
drop him.
he doesn't
No,
go.
They'll drop him to a right. But if he makes the squad and he goes AR, they'll put him with a non-deployable unit. That's how it works out. Because when I came back to Dobbins, I got dropped to a non-deployable unit. I couldn't leave nowhere because I'm no, it's just me and my mom. She had an aneurysm. I couldn't go nowhere. So it's like we can't, like they couldn't put me with fourth. They couldn't put me with ace. They had to put me with Miles. I had to go with fourth Mal. The non-deployable unit. So I stayed my ass here for that one reason. So AR, I'm sorry, I apologize. Shit. The fuck? I didn't mean nothing by
Is that dog that got Richard? Is that dog that got Richard Sherman ass? Is that that same?
You said what?
Is that dog that
That's
got
what
old
grabbed
Richard
her,
Sherman ass?
It is.
Might
Look,
be.
when they do the AR, they'll specifically look for a base in the area. I might not be in the same city that he's in, but it'll be close to where he can get to it. And they be like, you're gonna be here. You're gonna report these times, and he's not gonna be deployed. If he does not make the squad, his contract starts immediately. He's literally once he tells them, hey, I didn't make it. His orders are to that next day. He's to that night. Shit, even that night, he might have to be on a plane to his next duty station. That's just how it. But I understand you saying I don't think he's weasel. I just think that times have changed. Some of the people in the military, they actually were good football players in high school. They're a different route, but then you don't go to like VMI or Navy thinking you're going to get drafted. How many people from the military institutes get drafted? Do we know offhand? 4?
Nobody.
Maybe, if you're lucky. So this is a very rare opportunity for.
What was it? David Robinson is the only one I know.
We ain't counting Chad Henne. I know that.
Yeah, but
We ain't counting him.
we can't tell you. So this is a rare opportunity to not only put the military in good favors with what some of the public, a lot of their public is saying that you should do, to make them look better. Which is, you know what that's going to do? That's going to drive up their recruitment numbers.
Agreed.
Because now you're in a positive light. Because if you say no and you don't give them no explanation why,
Right.
why you treating this guy like this?
Yeah, it's gonna be a.
He signed up a service company. Now he has an opportunity that not many players have. I'm just saying I see both sides, but
So, well,
it does need
because
to
if you
evolve
think
to
about it,
where
it's like, hey, well, since you don't want to let me play, let me go slap my CO real quick. Go on and give me this article. It's like,
That won't always get you put out.
That don't always get you
Oh,
damaged.
Especially
That'll
when they
get-
done put that money, that academy money that they put into you, they'll just
Yeah,
sit your ass somewhere for that phone
Then-
and get all their money
then
back.
they got
reduce that
staples
rank
money.
and they'll reduce that rank and restrict your ass. He'll be a private for the rest of his career.
You damn near need to kill somebody to get put out.
Yep.
And then by then you got a different set of problems.
Shit, we had.
And then guess
we had
what? He
niggas
will be
jumping
in
off
the
the roof
deployable
trying to break
unit.
their leg.
Nah, he already will be in a deployable unit by then. So yeah, do that overseas. Get your ass a blanket party.
Mm.
But that's all I got. I'm sorry I ran it. No,
All
not
right,
really.
so what's next, man? We're gonna talk about Richard Sherman and this dog biting him in the ass.
Well, there's more information now than there was when we first started talking about the topic. So I'll leave.
Let
Bring
Vanessa
up the
talk because
speed,
she's the expert. Because that dog
Yeah.
over there is talking and telling everybody.
He is.
That's
That's
Yeah.
a hard whisperer.
Hey CJ,
The dog
that
know
dog
what
ain't
happened.
speaking English. Are you mad about that?
Nah,
The dog not speaking
Right.
English. You upset?
You gotta ask
Yeah,
AC if he mad. You mad AC? The dog not speaking English.
Hey man, look at the dog. The dog in America, he can do what the hell he want. He's American dog.
Hey,
Goddamn.
what is American though? 'Cause
That's
America
right.
don't have an official language. Oh, okay,
It
carry
don't
on.
matter. He speak. Yeah.
Anyway, so basically, the way the thing first came out today about Richard Sherman was that he'd been arrested, a felony domestic violence kidnapping charge. He was being held with no bail, and then it was like, oh, no information. And then little by little, she started trickling out. And what it basically comes down to, because his wife is talking now, is he drank 2 bottles of hard liquor for some reason.
Probably that Henny.
Went to his in-laws' house where I'm only assuming because she still hasn't said she was at the house. She kind of hints to it, but she doesn't say it.
Richard
When-
pulled up.
Yeah, pulled up at her in-laws' house, and or his in-laws' house, and
That's a lie. The dog said you're lying.
he's not. He's arguing with somebody outside the gate right now. And tried to break it into the house. Was screaming in through the door that he was gonna go. He was about to go hang himself.
Oh
He
shit!
was finna go hang himself.
You gonna hang yourself? That's
Yeah. It's hold on. Let me pull it up real quick because I don't want to misquote.
it. Man.
911. Okay, here we go. He's. They said that he was wrestling with her uncle. He was threatening to kill himself, and he was sending text messages to people saying he was going to hang himself.
The fuck wrong, with Richard Sherman?
They said his wife said that when they called when the cops got called, they haven't said who called them. That she told the cops that he didn't have any weapons and asked for them not to shoot him. And then he told them that if the police showed up, he was going to try to fight him. So basically, I'm thinking death by cop, suicide by cop.
So he done.
Well,
Mm.
well,
he done lost it. Bro,
so the
so
report I seen, he did fight the police. So
Yeah. It's
Well, because he tried to leave, and she shut off the gate to the in-laws' house. He tried to leave, and
So-
then
well, that was
ESPN
probably
is
the
saying
best
he
thing.
had
That's-
minor
that's probably the
lacerations to
best
his
thing
lower
for
leg.
well, no, they said they had to get the dogs to subdue him. But I also read that they're charging him with a DUI hit and run. So I don't know if he actually got out the gate or if he tried to leave and then slammed into something.
He had the wreck before he got to their house. He abandoned the car.
Right before he got there.
And see, and that's what I'm saying. A lot of the reports are kind of messed up because one of the reports that talked about the hit and run made it sound like he had left the house and then that's when they called the cops and then that's when he got into the hit and run and they had to set the cops after him.
Okay,
But
good.
listening to her talk, it doesn't sound like he ever left the area of the house. That they were just trying to get him subdued, and he wouldn't sit still, and that's when they got the dogs on him.
Yeah, because they said the earlier report said that they found the car wrecked. It hit a concrete barrier. It was wrecked and abandoned.
Yeah,
They
see,
had-
here's another one. It says a second 911 call by her uncle said he did leave in another car, and she followed him, and the uncle was in a different car.
All right, that's like a third damn report.
Right, and this is all in the same. Most of this is all in the same report. It just my question is like, y'all, what the hell is going on with Richard Sherman? Did she leave him? They've only been married like 2.5, 3 years, roughly.
It's
But
that
I think
brown liquor.
they've been together longer than that.
I'm gonna say this, man. Like,
Go ahead. Go ahead,
Hennessy will make you do it.
I'm not, I'm gotta be honest, man. I'm kind of surprised hearing something like this about Richard Sherman.
Yeah.
We all were.
Because
Agreed. Yeah.
because when you whenever you hear Richard Sherman talk, and you ever about whatever, he seems like he's very intelligent, right? He comes off as a very intelligent man.
Went to Stanford.
With the Stanford,
Exactly,
Yeah.
he went to Stanford. So we know he's got some sense. But at the end of the day, I guess this goes back to you don't know what people at with their mental health, right? Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
and obviously he's having a mental health issue right now. He's
Bless
having a
you.
Yeah.
mental health issue right now.
Something.
And
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say is, I wish the man well. I hope he gets some help if he needs some help. Um,
Oh, he
I'm
need help.
glad, I'm glad he didn't make it to, hurt himself or hurt nobody else. But that's all I really got, man. Like I said, when I
I
saw
think the
that,
charge. I
I
mean, I
was
don't
extremely
understand how
surprised.
Seattle's laws are written, but the charges seem
They're really not that bad.
But he
well
got a
Yeah,
felony
because you
though.
I'm
see
trying.
domestic violence, and the first thing you think is he hit
He beat
somebody.
them,
Yeah.
He probably beat
but
his wife or something. But then they said it was
that's
because he was trying to force his way into his in-laws' house. It's not his house, and he was
right.
trying to force his way in.
Domestic violence covers anybody
Yeah.
in your family. It's not
Yeah.
just your wife or your. The thing that pops into people's mind when they say domestic violence. First thing everybody think of, which is wrong, some man that beat up his girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you think about.
Yeah, but the
They don't
report hasn't
think
said he
of a
beat
domestic
anybody, though.
violent uncle.
No, he
No,
never even got in the
it doesn't
house.
matter.
He didn't touch anybody.
It doesn't matter if you have a weapon on you and allegedly he had a knife or some shit. I don't know. I got to go
No,
back
he
and really
did.
read.
She said there were no weapons. She said there were no weapons.
Yeah, but he still got a damn.
Well, let me just say this. Shout out to his wife.
Yeah, but cutting for it.
Yeah,
shout out
she's
to his
really
wife. Yeah.
whatever the hell is going on. She's not alluding to anything. Whatever she doesn't saying what led up to it. Only saying nobody got hurt. The kids didn't get hurt. She didn't get hurt. He didn't hurt anybody. He was just trying to hurt himself.
I mean, but more than that though, she had the wherewithal to talk to the police so they didn't shoot and kill his ass.
Right.
That could have ended a whole different way.
ESPN got a
really
breakdown of all the. So ESPN has a breakdown of what the charges. So the domestic violence component is, which is a felony, is because of his relationship to the occupants of the residence. So since there is since their family, then the malicious mischief charge is in retaliation to the damage he did to their door. So when he kicked the door in, and so that's that. And also, one of my guys said that the reason he didn't get bond is just their laws. You don't get bond. You have to see the judge before you can get out. And so they said he'll see the judge tomorrow.
Yeah, because it's like that in Texas too. You don't get bond until you don't get bond for a felony until you see a judge.
Yeah, it's a felony, so he ain't going nowhere. I'm just glad his ass didn't get shot the fuck up.
Me too.
Yeah, shout out to his wife for real. For
real. I don't know what's going on with them, but she stood by him. So,
but you know what
which tells me is it's probably nothing. It's probably just something he going through.
You know what though? You know the conversation is gonna start kind of kicking up. So it's gonna start people.
That motherfucker go again.
Yeah, it's gonna be them whispers about this CTE, man. You gonna hear somebody saying it. Somebody gonna bring it up.
I mean, he didn't really hit.
What is he like? 33?
Yeah, he's 33.
Sherman wasn't hitting nobody.
Well, hey man, but you got
to. No, Hernandez was just crazy. That motherfucker has CTE.
Yeah, but they said when they did his autopsy, they said he had one of the worst cases.
What the fuck is going on over there?
He needs to settle down.
Guess what? That's domestic violence right there. God damn it. And it's on video. You need to watch what you're doing.
But like Vanessa said though, when they did Hernandez's brain, bro, he had like one of the worst cases they had seen.
They said it looked like an old man's brain, pretty much. Somebody who had been playing for 30 plus years.
Yeah. I mean, because we think about it like Aaron said, well, man, Sherman ain't hit nobody, whatever the case might be.
Really?
But these boys been playing ball since
That's
Pee-wee
true, because you don't know what position he played, when he was in high school or middle school.
Yeah, so I mean,
I get it. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We exactly. We get to thinking that it's a damn thing to hit these boys in old age. That's what we've been thinking over time, based on a lot of the recent stuff with the lawsuits. But we don't know when this stuff start kicking in. And like CJ made in the initial comments, he like, we all aware that Richard Sherman is an intelligent man, and for this shit to happen is completely out of character for what we've been used to seeing on TV, especially when we be giving Skip Bayless shit. And now you out there,
But see, my caveat to that is just because he's presenting one way on camera, if he drank 2 bottles of hard liquor straight, that's practice.
Oh yeah, I'm not
He was lit.
But who the hell want to drink 2 bottles of liquor?
I don't even drink.
I'm just saying. That's why I said I wonder if he's had a problem for a while, and maybe that's what stemmed this. That she left the house and he flipped out.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we ain't gonna know.
Shit, this might not even have nothing to do with her. This might just be like he don't like his in-laws, and he was like, "Fuck it."
Who breaks into the in-law house?
Who does that? Who does that? Just randomly goes to the in-laws house.
Some people don't like.
I'm gonna bring in y'all house to hang myself.
How about this? Drink 2 bottles of goddamn Henny and watch what your ass do.
Break that taco.
I know what I do often, and it's not fight. So.
Fight.
Oh yeah,
fight.
what you do?
How you walking up? First of all, I don't know how anybody can walk after drinking 2 bottles of Henny.
Wait, hey, AC, what was that question? And what would you do for a Klondike bar?
Hey, I'm gonna go on record right now and tell you Hennessy is it's probably an unpopular opinion, but Hennessy is trash.
It's trash.
I'm gonna tell you right
I said it.
Trash.
Hey, I got you. Hennessy is trash. That's some of the worst liquor you can goddamn drink.
I ain't gonna front. Look, you give me that shit, I'm gonna give it back. Like, nah, I'm good.
I ain't gonna give it back. But that ain't something I'm just finna go.
I'm not gonna
that ain't something I'm just finna go to the store. Like I just
I ain't
want
gonna
to
buy it, but if you gonna give it to me, I'm gonna drink.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna give it to you.
I gotta stand
I
up,
ain't
man.
gonna buy it.
Get that shit.
I ain't man. They don't give it to me. Like I don't want that shit and no Budweiser. Man, I'm leaving, cuz.
I don't drink no Budweiser.
Look, apparently
you live in Texas and don't drink Budweiser?
Easily. When I open up this dose of keys, I don't be thinking about no Budweiser.
Budweiser is piss water. Let me tell you that right now.
Man, Budweiser,
no, that's the light beer. Man. That's that light beer.
You drink Keystone?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Who the fuck drink Keystone?
I ain't drink this shit. I was in Pittsburgh. That Rolling Rock was better than that. Look, we were drinking Labatt Light.
Yeah,
I would take that bullshit over Budweiser. I would throw a Budweiser as a weapon.
You better understand. You better not say nothing bad about me. You gonna fight for real.
Hey, J.R. Smith trash. Go ahead. I don't care about his Henny comment. Forget him. Oh, bum.
Yeah, fuck J.R.
That's why he didn't know That's why he didn't know what was going on with the clock in that game because he was drunk.
That shit was hilarious.
He was drinking this shit on the bench.
Man, he was drinking this shit on halftime.
Look, he was in the locker room.
What happened? What I do wrong? Man, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Stop. Hey, man,
oh man, last but not least, Kansas Parker is gracing the cover of NBA 2K. Oh man. So congratulations to her. Does she still play?
I don't play NBA 2K, so I really don't know.
Does she still play?
She played in Chicago.
She played in Chicago.
I told you to stop it.
Well,
I think it's cool.
I think it's cool, yeah. Because I think Luka is on one, and then Dirk and Kareem is on the Legendary Edition.
Yeah, because they're gonna do 3 covers, right?
Yeah.
Don't they always?
No.
So Madden does something similar sometimes. They'll do. I don't know if they do 3. I know, but Madden will do that sometimes too. I saw NBA 2K has done it also, where they'll do like a package, right? You'll get like the basic ass game, then you can get like the next highest upgraded version and it comes with some extra stuff, and then you can get
the last 2 or 3 I bought from my 15-year-old nephew. I got him the $100 one. I know Kobe was on this last one because he passed.
Yeah,
the Legendary. Now I did see where the Legendary Edition was like $150.
Yeah, I don't understand why, but yeah.
It's because it comes with all those points and those little cards and all that. It comes with a lot of crap.
You get extras with it.
Fuck out of here.
AC, you get extras with it. It ain't just a game. It's some extra stuff that come with it.
I take
Wait, does it come with a signed jersey? Does it come with a signed Kobe jersey or some shit?
Nope, no signed jersey.
Yeah,
it comes with, like I said, it comes with I think it's called DC.
Yeah, some
Skyrim on 360. So unopened copy of Skyrim for 360 sold for $600. So I guess
that's because people are stupid.
I wonder if I can sell this Michael Vick
There was a Mario game, a Mario Nintendo 64 that just sold $1 billion.
You can sell that shit to somebody in Atlanta. I guarantee it. Some of these stupid motherfuckers here buy it.
Everything for sale, cuz. That's what I told y'all the other night. Everything for sale.
Shave your head, make
I think
a wig.
Cool.
I'd buy that shit.
I think it's cool that they put her on there though. That's what's up. It's something different.
I'm hoping that it makes my nephew not want it. Yeah.
I respect Candace Parker, though, man. She a hell of a player, man.
She really is.
You know what I mean? It's kind of, I guess, in the bigger scheme of things, it's kind of sad that she the first one they put on there, like not like Cheryl Swoops or nobody before her. But that's cool. I like that.
PS1, Jared.
Yeah, I still got that game, bro. Jared, I got it. Look, that shit sitting in the closet. I was
25th. So it's a WNBA edition.
Well, I think they started adding them into the game, the WNBA teams into the 2K game.
They have.
So you gonna take NBA to the NBA squad?
You probably get your hand whooped, but I think so. I mean,
shit is good for the Olympics. That you can put them in. I'm do it here too.
I know the Olympics did it, so why not? Y'all act like y'all forgot about Joanna, man.
Nah, man, that thing had a bad wig, boy.
Yeah, so the special edition of NBA 2K is gonna they're calling it the NBA 75th anniversary edition. It's gonna have Kareem, Dirk, Kevin Durant.
They coming to my house? I buy it then.
So it says it's available. So it's gonna be $99. It's gonna include cross-generation access for customers who buy it on PlayStation or Xbox. It also says that you get like 100,000 in virtual currency, 10,000 My Team points, 10 boosts for each My Year. So it comes with like all these extra stuff that's in the game.
For the people who play all that extra stuff, like my nephew does, he makes him a player and then he goes through the league and he has a house and he buys shoes and clothes. The only thing that irritates me about it is you have to start that shit over every time a new one comes out. I already told him I'm not buying another one.
So wait, you doing this in the game?
Yeah, you do.
So you live in real life in the game? The fuck? Yeah. Why can't I just live my life? The fuck I want to do it in the game for?
Like shit like that, Tony.
That's what I'm saying. You got me living this shit in the game that I ain't gonna never hit. You got me living in a 9-bedroom mansion on 90 acres of fucking land with 18 fucking luxury cars. I'm sitting out here with a putt-putt in a 1-bedroom. What the fuck?
You gotta live within your means in the game.
That's why I can't start robbing the dollar store right now.
That's why motherfuckers drinking Hennessy.
What is wrong with you?
Right there. Drink Hennessy and rob the Dollar General.
But yeah, man, I like it. I think it's dope. I think it's gonna, I think it's good for the WNBA. I think it's great for Candace Parker.
Yep.
I don't see nothing wrong with it whatsoever. And the fact that Candace is gonna be the first woman to cut, to grace it, that's dope. I think the only thing that might have could have made it better was if they did something similar with like what they're doing with Dirk and all those guys. Maybe put some of them former players on there with her, which kind of help build up that NBA.
Cheryl Swoops and Tina Thompson and all that.
Yeah, something like that. I think that would have made it dope.
Spend $200 on a game, man. Go do something.
Man, look, I ain't playing.
You spent $200 in the game.
Nah,
my dude.
Man, I ain't about
that's like Fortnite players. Oh
man, that's too many tacos.
I'm not gonna speak on Fortnite.
Talking about $200 in the game.
Hey, that down. Look at.
Oh no, mine in there.
Figure the game out.
I'm not doing it for myself. I get it for my nephew, but it adds up.
Hell yeah, it's another expense.
Well, when he gets good grades, he gets money. So there.
Hey, what I'm saying was
that's how I do AJ.
That's Achilles trying to get my attention.
Yeah, these game publishers know what time it is.
That's all it takes.
They quit giving you instruction books in the damn game. Then they like, you ain't gonna get all this content. Hey, you buy the game, but then you gotta buy some extra content and shit.
Facts, Ron. Facts. Me and Ron didn't have. So we got a little Madden League. There's most of the guys in the sports forum group, but me and Ron didn't even have PS4s when we started. Yeah, we the ones that brought it up. We had to get PS4s just to play in the league. We didn't even have a game. The system, none of that. But that's why he was talking about the 2K joint. And said he got it. I'm not getting the PS5 no time soon. Just gonna throw that out there.
Oh hell no!
Can you get the PS5? I thought they still had a shortage.
They do. I can't find one.
I don't need one.
I'm not giving you $700. I refuse to pay that much for that damn game.
I said, I trying to find one for Christmas. I can sell it.
That's like 2 months of car note. That.
on a
what
Corolla.
We got left, man? Was that the last topic, man? The 2K cover?
That was it right there.
The last topic.
Hey, man.
Harold and his oven rib. We still ain't talked
Yeah.
about that yet.
He ain't even came
Yeah,
back. He
where's
said-
he talked about some. Oh, I had a slight emergency. Yeah, you ate them oven ribs again. That was your
Oven ribs.
emergency.
got the bubble guts. He didn't want to go live from the toilet. That's what it was.
Damn.
None of
And
us
we
wanted.
didn't want
None
him
of
to
us
either.
wanted that. Nobody wanted that.
He didn't want to go live
I
from the
know.
toilet.
Nobody wants to see SpongeBob pay that shit.
Nobody
Why
was
do
in
y'all keep
the.
setting them off? What?
He probably didn't
Pops.
hold his ankle. He probably didn't, and they hold his
Okay.
ankle. and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Talk about pops. I just got the.
See,
Yeah,
hey, you see
well,
that?
I watched the
You better
game.
cut it out.
I watched the game.
Look, man,
It's,
look, Harold make
it's,
it.
it's
Look,
57-52 right now. Suns is up.
okay.
Third
59,
quarter, 9
54.
minutes.
Look,
59,
Harold,
54.
my
Damn, your
TV
Wi-Fi is slow.
Bruh, I
He's
ain't
like
this
4
is
points
the
behind.